And now I would like to invite Dr. M. Selvaraj, Professor, Loyola College, Chennai, to come forward and present his paper, Empirical Analysis of Crop Failure, Farmer Suicide and the Impact of MNREGA.
Respected Chairperson and august audience and ICRD organizers, good afternoon to one and all present here. It is our privilege to be a part in the first technical session itself. So on behalf of Reverend Father Lozer and myself, I thank the organizers for this opportunity. And the topic actually which we are going to present today is empirical analysis of crop failure, farmer suicide and the impact of MGNREGA, the few districts which is chosen in Tamil Nadu. So this is the content of the presentation. Many people might wonder and surprised if you look at the summarized note of the introductory. We are all very much impressed about the farmer suicide is only from the Indian context. But a lot of good literature is available that farmer suicide is not the local phenomenon, it is a global phenomenon. Even the developed countries like US, UK, Canada and Australia also the farmer suicide pressure is there. That is what almost 52 scholarly articles has been reviewed by Fraser et al. And they came into the conclusion that farmer suicide and agriculture profession is one of the highest pressurizing profession compared to any other jobs in the world. And farmer suicide in India, of course, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Kerala and Karnataka are the few states where they have nearly more than the national average of the farmer suicide in India. Indira Gandhi National Institute of Research came into the conclusion finding various reasons for the farmer suicide, as already notified here. Few reasons are debt of the farmers, low income category, and crop failures, family issues such as illness, and the social celebrations like the marriage functions, and lack of the alternative occupations. So these are the few reasons have been identified for the farmer suicide in India. And three objectives have been set for this particular study in order to analyze the occurrence of the crop failure and what are the reasons for the crop failure in India, and especially in that area has been chosen for the study, and to analyze the conditions of the farmers before and after the crop failure. It's a second objective, and the third one is to compare the status of the farmers after the implementation of MGNREGA program in India. And the profile of the study, as I already said, there are three different districts have been chosen for the study in Tamil Nadu, which is connected to the Kaveri Delta region. Like Tanjore, Trichapalli and Pudukkottai are the three districts have been chosen for the study. Kaveri Delta region actually it covers almost 14.47 lakh hectares of land in the three areas which I have chosen for the study, and out of which almost more than 57, nearly 57% of the land area has been covered by only one district, that is Tanjore district, and the rest of the area is covered by the remaining districts of the study area. And as per the recent population census 2011, the density of population of the Tanjore district is considered as 7.1 per square kilometer. Compared to Tanjore density of the population, Pudukkottai district is not even 50% of that. Methodology of the study, of course, it plays a vital role to understand the significance and insignificance of the study. As a result of that, the study has been conducted, the sample has been collected from around 600 respondents in the study area of three districts. Initially, actually, we had an intention to collect 200 samples from each district and only concentrating 2 villages from each district. But during the time of data collections, particularly in Pudukkottai district, we came to know that few farmers have committed suicide and attempted for suicide. As a result of that, we have just elaborated and extended our villages more than 7 only in Pudukkottai district, where in other 2 districts only 2 villages have been restricted. And linear regression model has been used, and in order to understand the significant and insignificance of the study, the most econometric tools like maximum likelihood to probe it and logit method has been used. The descriptive analysis of the study also clearly says that the National Crime Record Bureau of India also says, as per the 2012 record, 1,35,445 people have committed suicide as per 2012 record, out of which 13,755 people belongs to farmer category. Even out of 13,755 farmers, almost 76% of the farmers have committed suicide only from the 5 districts which I have notified: Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. The 2 important districts, states in India, size-wise, population-wise, like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, where they are having 10 times lesser farmer suicide compared to the districts we have notified earlier. And the significant coefficient significance also have been identified. Farmer suicide in agriculture sector compared to any other profession is there. And farmer suicide rates were very high compared to any other profession. And the data published by NCRB in 1995 to 2006 clearly indicates that Maharashtra's the particular state alone, and the farmer suicide has almost become 4-fold compared to 1996. In 2006 it has become 4-fold. And the data provided by the central government also insisted that for a period of 2001 and 2005 and 6, around 8,600 farmers have suicided in a particular state. It is the highest record has been shown in our data. So these are the 25 top states farmer suicide rates given in the secondary source. Particularly since our study is based on Tamil Nadu, that is what I highlighted with the red mark. Out of 25 states of farmer suicides in India, Tamil Nadu is placing the 20th rank. Tamil Nadu is placing the 20th rank in terms of percentage. Of course, it is placing 20th rank. In terms of the number of suicides per 1 lakh population, it is placing 11th rank. And in terms of the total number of the farmer suicide, Tamil Nadu is placing the 8th rank. The rest of the states data also is already given. So this is the highlight of the data, the table which I have presented. It says like this. And the empirical analysis of the study also has been classified into 2 categories. First, I am going to present it on the agriculture and the economic status of the farmers. And the second one is the impact of the MGNREGA, and the other type of the initiative has been taken by the government. To what extent actually it has reduced in the place we have chosen for the study to reduce that farmers' pressure, so that not intended to go for the farmer suicide. That is the ultimate conclusion was given in the study. So from these 2 aspects we are going to present the empirical analysis. So the linear regression logic equation is given here. There are 14 independent variable has been identified, which is closely related to the dependent variable family income status of the farmers or rural livelihood in the study area. And that equation already is given very clearly. Y stands for the family income, alpha is the constant variable, beta is the regression coefficient, and the x1, x2 up to x14 is the various independent variables like age of the respondent, sex of the respondent, family income, number of members in the family, and the acres of land owned by the agriculturists respectively. There are 14 variables have been identified which contributes for the income status of the agricultural family. This is the linear regression total family income status. It has been identified the 14 variables which I said. If you look into almost all the variables, each district which has been taken for the study given separately, and at last a combined variable also is given. Almost all the 14 variables, if you look into, it plays the significance role at 3 different levels: 1% level, 5% level, and at 10% level. So the important variables only have been identified here. Age of the respondent statistically significant at 5% and 10% level, particularly in Tanjore district, and combined variable. And the sex of the respondent has been identified in all the 3 districts negatively associated and also significant at 1% level in Tanjore district. The variable educational status of the respondents in the study area also, it plays, as we expected hypothetically, it plays a positive role and statistically significant in Tanjore and Pudukkottai district. So this is the summary of the result which is already given in the table. So like that elaborate discussion, it goes like that. The amount of earnings of the respondent in the study area from compared to other sources of the respondents, Trichy district, Pudukkottai district and the combined variables are statistically significant at 1% level. And the number of acres of land owned by the agriculture farmers status also, it plays a positive role and is statistically significant at 1% level. And the net income from agriculture per month or per harvesting also has been estimated. On the basis of that, it also reflects 1% significance. This is the next variable, maximum likelihood probability and logit estimation in terms of analyzing or equating the crop failures in the study area. There are 39 variables have been identified for the estimation of this particular variable. Almost all the variables in the using of probit and logit method wise, more or less all the variables are related and statistically significant at 1% level. That is quite good news. Okay, compared to 5% and 10% significant, 1% significance is a very good result. So these are the 39 variables have been identified for the estimation of crop failures. And that another important variable of the estimation of the crop failure, as a result of the amount of loan has been increased or the interest of the farmers have reduced after the crop failure, it has been estimated in terms of agriculture credit. Okay, there are 34 variables have been identified which is relevant to this particular estimation. On the basis of that, most of the variables, as we discussed in the previous estimation also, it is highly significant and it is significant at the 1% level. So some of the variables are given here. Most of the models are statistically significant at 1% and 5% level. So none of the variables have been identified at 10% significance in terms of crop failure and increased agriculture credit in the study area. And the impact of MGNREGA, the second portion of the empirical estimation, impact of MGNREGA and other initiatives taken by the state, Tamil Nadu government with the support of the central government is identified here. Of course, we all know very well about the MGNREGA program, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So first time in India it was notified by the central government in 2005 and it came into force in 2006, 2nd February. And it has been renamed as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act in 2009. Earlier it was National Employment Guarantee Act only, but it was renamed as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act in 2009. The main objective of that particular program is to improvise the livelihood of the rural livelihood. That is the main purpose, and the way in which that kind of works or activities undertaken by this particular program to improvise the agriculture productivity and providing employment opportunity in rural livelihood. So in the base of that, the estimates of the impact of MGNREGA program in the study area has been reviewed. Almost to 25 variable which is related directly to this MGNREGA program in the study area has been connected, and it has been mentioned here, say age of the respondent, sex of the respondent, again agricultural land holdings of the farmers, and the income category, income per harvesting per month, like that it has been estimated. If you look into that, the stars which has been mentioned, which comes with the 3 stars, it represents 1% significance. So almost all the variables given here, it comes with the 1% significance. So this is the last empirical estimation of the government initiatives in order to reduce the farmers' pressures, those who are committing suicide. There are 25 variables have been identified for this particular initiative also. Again, more or less the same repetitive variables have been identified as we already seen in the initiatives of the MGNREGA program. Here also more or less all the variables are playing the significant at 1% level. So these are the highlights of the results of the government initiative. So ultimately, and what is the main conclusion or the key findings of this particular study in the sense, MGNREGA program, particularly of course from the rural livelihood point of view, definitely it's a very welcomed program, and particularly the study area which I have chosen, Kaveri Delta region in Tamil Nadu, drastically it has reduced the farmers' suicide rate. That's what even when the first data which has been presented out of the 25 top states in India, though Tamil Nadu is placing the 20th rank, what is the reason for the 20th rank? How good it is possible from that particular study area's point of view? Few reasons have been identified that the proper implementation of the program, and apart from that, the people, the villages where we have gone for the study, at the maximum 10 to 15 kilometers they are reaching the nearby town, even if they don't get their agriculture laborers work at the village side, where they are approaching the nearest towns and they are getting an alternative employment opportunities. And MGNREG also presently it is going in a very well manner in the study area. As a result of that, people needs in the village area is not that much as we are all in the city side. So as a result of that, the pressure which is not created too much in the village people in the area which you have taken for the study, so ultimately which drastically reduces the farmer's suicide. So in that case, definitely the MGNREG has been appreciated by the people resided in the study area, and they are very well welcoming this particular type of the program, but with a few suggestions also has been made, because so far MGNREG program has been implemented only for the agriculture purpose and non-monitoring base. That means the monitoring section is wage rate has been paid for the workers on the basis of the covering of the areas, cleaning up and the kind of digging of the tanks and other things only it has been implemented. But ultimate agriculture crop productivity, it is not based only on the impact are going to be made by these people. It is again depends upon the nature. So in that situation, some kind of the alternative occupations like a cost benefit analysis based kind of works, if it is going to be undertaken, it would be better from the government side of also to monitor correctly to what extent actually this program is implemented and it is useful to the people. So that kind of the few suggestions also has been made through this study. And ultimately that study concludes that farmer suicide is not taking place in the study area. Farmer suicide is taking place, but we cannot come into the conclusion that crop failure is the only reason for that. There are so many reasons has been considered for that, as the causes has been identified by the Indira Gandhi National Institute of Research of Mumbai, low income category and the family responsibility, marriage function, social celebrations. So there are so many reasons are there altogether which gives, which has been considered as the suicidal cases from the farmer's background. So as a result of that, as the conclusion clearly says that farmer suicide is taking place, but the crop failure also is taking place, but that will not be considered as the only reasons. If the MGNREG program or alternative to the MGNREG program like self-help group were very famous in places like Andhra and the Tamil Nadu and all, if same kind of the activities would have been implemented in other states also, definitely the farmer suicide would have been drastically reduced in states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Kerala also. So with that I'll wind up my note. So thank you once again for the audience.